Many men. Many men. Sorry, take two. Are you tired of Are you tired? It's crazy. Raise your hand if you're tired of creating content and then hearing crickets. I mean, you put out a post, you think that your audience will love it. In fact, you know that your audience should love it, but they're not being attracted to it as much as you feel like they should. Well, in this video, I'm going to answer all the questions that you have about creating content that converts into coins. Yes, we love to make an impact and make a difference in people's lives, but we also need money to do that. So in this video, I'm giving you 4 strategies that you can take to develop the amazing content strategy that not only attracts your audience, but keeps them engaged. Are you ready? Are you really ready? I need you to get comfortable. If you are new here, make sure before we dive into all the goodness and goodies that I have to offer you, that you hit the subscribe button and join our family, because I'm about to go hard on YouTube. And I really just want to help people understand the way marketing works, considering it's 2024 and we all need a little love and help. So welcome home. The first strategy that I want to share is so key. And most of the time when you think about developing a content strategy, the first thing that comes to your mind is know your audience, right? Like that's embedded in the back of our minds. If you go Google, how do I create content that's going to convert? The first thing they say is know your audience. So today I want to take it a little deeper and a little more in depth so you really understand how to create content that converts. So I'm not going to tell you to go learn your audience and all their pain points. You've been there, you've done that. I'm not going to go tell you to go invest in a coach right now. You probably have already done that, or you recognize that you need to deal with whatever is keeping you stuck first. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you is that you need systems and processes to actually create converting content. I'm not telling you that you have to buy the world's most amazing video editor or that you have to buy the most amazing camera equipment in order to record quality content. That is not what I'm saying at all. It might sound crazy for me to say that you need systems and processes in order to create quality content, but I need you to hear me out because this is going to make or break if you even have the capacity to create the content in the first place. What I mean by systems is figuring out what works for you so that when you do start creating the content, it's actually consistent. And we hear that word all the time. You got to be consistent to grow. The algorithm loves consistency. Nah. I completely understand that it sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but what's more important than making sure that you post 3 times a week at the very same time and also add it to your stories is making sure that you can actually sustain you creating content that's going to compel your audience and doesn't feel like you're just putting things out in order to check that consistency box. Having an actual process that works for you or your team, or you wearing all the hats and being all the type of people that you need in your business is going to be so freaking important, okay? So you know your audience, you know that content is queen. I like to say content is queen, but if content is king is your thing, go ahead. But you know that content is queen. Now you need to figure out how can I produce it in a way that actually gets me results. And your audience will love the fact that you have a clear process of delivering valuable information to them. And your stress levels will love the fact that you do too. Before we dive into all the other things that I'm going to share in this video, make sure that you have a process. I'm going to record these days, and this is how I want to show up. And these are the type of questions that I know my audience has that I want to answer in the content that I am creating. Y'all got that? Wrote it down? Let's move to number 2. Number 2 is something that I think is so important if you want to create content that actually converts into coins. And this is so funny because even though this is one of the most things that can actually get your content to convert, this is the one thing that most people leave out when they're creating content. Call to actions. Are you actually telling your audience what they should do after they engage with the content you created? Are you leaving them there, telling them to just leave a like if they enjoyed the content? Not enough, my friend, not enough. What you really need to do is create strategic call to actions that take people through the journey that you want to take them in. So this could look like pointing them to a specific place on your website, having them subscribe to your email list, having them to tag someone who may be more aligned with what you're trying to offer and what you're trying to convey in your messaging. Not having a call to action could actually be the reason that your content isn't converting. It's like you're answering all the questions. and you're creating the content that appeals to their needs, right? You're talking directly to that ideal client. So why is it not resulting in dollars? Money, dollar bills, right? You are not clearly stating and telling your audience where they need to go after they soaked in all the information that you've given them. So make sure that you're not only using call to actions on every single piece of content that you're putting out, but that you're also not making an excuse for them or confusing them or giving them too many things to do. Pick one goal, tell them how to get to that goal, and then make it really, really super easy for them to do it. That's how you convert. That's how you get people to say yes to your offer, to your product, or whatever that you are doing. And that's how you don't leave it in their hands to not do anything. If that makes sense, make sure that you comment below and let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Let's go ahead and dive into number 3. The next one that I have for you is so interesting, to say the least. Honestly, the way that the world is right now with social media specifically, it's kind of like we're all following trends, right? You look for the trending sounds, you follow people's accounts who you love, you're stalking that one influencer who every video reaches 1 million views, and you're like, I want to create content like that person. I'm here to tell you not to do that. Seriously, I'm here to tell you to not wing it and just follow all of these trends. They are great for getting your name out there, for getting in front of a different audience because you've attached a trending sound to it. But I don't want you to wing your content strategy. That is not how you create content that's actually going to make a difference in your business. If you wing it, or if you just say, I'm going to follow this trend, or I'm just going to create this video because it went viral for someone else, you are bound to not only let yourself down, but let your audience down, because you're not truly creating things that they like and want to see. So don't wing it. Actually develop a content strategy. Ask yourself, what are the ways that I can commit to showing up for my audience and showing up for myself? And then center that strategy around that. I love influencers who are doing their thing out there. And there's so many people who have mastered their side of the internet, their side of social media. But in order to conquer your side and make sure that it actually makes you money and that people are buying or working with you, you have to create your own strategy, one that's unique and custom to who you are and what you do. So don't wing it. I promise it will hurt you in the long run. I literally could go on and on and on with all the content strategy and tips that I've learned over the years, but I really want you to walk away with something here. This is the last thing that I want to share you. This is the last secret that I want to give to you so that you can create content that converts into coins. And that secret is, come close, let me tell you, you listening? I'm gonna whisper it to you, okay? Content that converts is content that sells, period. Listen, I know, I could just leave the video on that, but I promise I'm not. What I mean by that is you have to direct people to something that is aligned. The craziest thing that people do when they say they're gonna start creating content is have 1 million things that they could sell to that audience. And if either of those things are being marketed and you're not making money from it, that means your content isn't hitting. And it's up to you to figure out what you need to do to break through that wall, what you need to do to make sure that the content is actually being seen by people who are likely to say yes and put money where their mouth is. So if you enjoyed this video, I hope that you give it a like and that you subscribe and that you hang out. I have so much more to share, and to the point where I'm even struggling to condense it into small, digestible videos for you guys. So make sure that you're showing your support by leaving a comment and letting me know what you think. And if you want more tips and strategies and ideas and insights around creating a content strategy that actually converts your content into coins, then let me know, because I have plenty of more where that came from. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you in the next video. Bye.